Hi everyone, Shelby here. Hey, I'm at the gorgeous Club Med Punta Cana Resort. I'll show you around. But actually, I want to tell you about Vegas. My traveling schedule is so bananas. The next 90 days I'll have been in like four different places, a couple of countries, and I wanted to do the tips on Vegas before I forgot and moved on. So here's my tips for Vegas, okay? Really quickly. If you've been there, I know I had been there too, but I have new information I think is going to be helpful for you, which is why I'm doing this video blog. I've been there a few times, and by the way, if you've not been there and you have any like reservations about it being kind of like a seedy area or like it's only for people that gamble and drink, that's just not the case. Like you got to get that out of your mind because there's so much more to offer in Vegas. The shows are fantastic. Get recommendations though, but what I want to start off is just the quality of the hotels. So I've stayed in several different hotels. They have low to high end, but in Vegas in general, you're getting more for bang for your buck than you will any other hotel around the world. The reason is because they, make most of their money off the casinos, so they are able to have a beautiful hotel for a lot less money. So whatever you're used to spending at that $100 mark is going to be like way better here in Vegas, and the $200 mark is going to be sensational. So we had a great price because we had our nutritional convention. They had a group pricing for Venetian, but I have to tell you, it's usually probably about $350 a night. It's worth every penny. You will not get better service. I mean, it's not just about the room, which is amazing. The Venetian and the Palazzo are very similar, but the service is exceptional. I mean, they really wowed me. Then there's going to like the Paris. The Paris is a little bit lower level. You'll get a bang for your buck. I think I got a room for $60. So on Expedia, so I mean you can't beat that. But do consider all of the resorts on the Strip have a resort fee, a daily resort fee. It usually includes your internet. And they say like access to the pool, like as if you wouldn't have access to the pool, right? But it's like $20 to $30 a day. So just bank on that. That's going to happen every night, every day at almost every property. But all of them are really, they're clean. They might be a little smoky in the lower end ones, or a little bit smokier in the casino. Maybe they don't have the air filtration system so good, but the rooms are clean and they're nice. But if you want to go to the best, go to the Venetian or the Venetian Palazzo. The difference, by the way, is the Palazzo is a little newer, but the decor is more modern, whereas the Venetian is that old Venetian Venice style, and we love that, so it was great. There is auto check-ins at most of the hotels. Don't be afraid of them because that line to check in can be really long, but that auto check-in, as long as you just follow the directions, and you can even look around, there's usually someone, a staff member around to help you if you just ask them, and it speeds everything up so much better. So that auto check-in, if that's available at your hotel, definitely go to that. It's not hard to understand, and again, if you do, because it's so new, there's usually a staff member there to help you, so you can check in like way earlier. My husband and I we'd been had in Vegas, and we wanted to tell you about that because we've traveled all over the world and truly never had anyone take advantage of us. But we did have an issue that I wanted to share with you. We later, it was about 10 o'clock, and we wanted to go to one of the clubs. We weren't sure which, so we walked down the Strip, and we were going to go to the club across the street. I think it was at Caesar Palace, but whatever, who knows. And one of the locals came up and said, "Oh, we have these bracelets," and they said the name of the club that we wanted to go to right on the bracelet, so it looked legit. And he said, it's $40 a person for all you can drink, and at the door it's $60 or $80, or I don't remember. But anyway, long story short, we bought 2 bracelets, and they weren't good for anything. It was just a scam. And they always say, don't buy anything on the Strip. Like, don't buy bottled water, because what they'll do is they'll unscrew it, and then they'll just put tap water, and then they'll reuse the bottle. They'll super glue the top on. So really, definitely don't buy anything on the Strip. So we didn't get our money back. He even gave us a cell phone number, but it was, I guess, a burner phone. The good thing that did happen is when we went to the club, there was a very, very long line, like probably, I don't know, 50 people. And when we told the guy we had the bracelets. He's like, we don't do bracelets. Did you buy those on the strip? And we felt so stupid. We're like, yeah, we did. He goes, oh God. He goes, that's so awful. So he let us skip the whole line and gave us free entry, so, which had to have been at least $20 a person. So at the end of the day, we were out 40. But it was more of the embarrassment, I think, especially on my tough guy husband's part. I hope he doesn't see this. I love you, Joel. But we learned, and that we learned in a very, that was a very easy lesson, and it didn't cost us much, but we don't want you to have to go through the same thing. I want to remind you that the concierge is there to help, and honestly, the concierge is the way to go. If you ask anyone in a store where there's another store, like I was looking for a watch, a certain kind of watch, and every store I went into, it was like they wouldn't give me directions to another store because they wanted me to buy things in there, even though I wasn't going to buy something in there because it's not what I wanted. You know what I mean, ladies? I want what I want. So what I noticed is if I went to the concierge, not only were they extraordinarily helpful, they also gave me passes to things. Like they gave us passes to the nightclub Tao that was in Venetian, which is amazing. They gave us passes to the pool. The Tao, there's a Tao pool bar, which is like a day club, and then there's the nightclub. Anyway, and it's amazing. And so they gave us free passes to both of those things, which was quite a savings. I think we even got one free drink or something. So that, you know, ask for the passes. Just ask them, what do you got? You know, what can we get for the passes? Let's see, check your bill before you leave. Don't do you can do express checkout just by on the TV, but you've got to check your bill. Like what I noticed was, and most of the hotels have this, they have this mini fridge, and if you move an item, like I was putting in my e-shots in the refrigerator, you know what I'm talking about, you cleansers, but when I moved the soda to put the e-shot in there, they charged me for the soda because it's censored. It's not like, it's not, they don't come in and just do the, they don't do the checking of how many things you drank. They just, the sensor, once you pull it off the sensor or move it, the sensor picks up and charges you for the stuff. So that's another little tricky thing. And they didn't give me any problem about, they didn't give me any problem with getting a refund, but had I not asked for it, certainly they would have charged me. So that's important to check your bill for sure. We've also stayed at one of the other, the Tao ones I want to tell you about. We've also stayed at the Mirage. The Mirage is great. Again, it's a little lower than the Venetian, but it's got a lot of great options, and the facilities are great. And when you go to Vegas, take your walking shoes. I mean, don't get fancy. You see these ladies in like huge heels, and I'm a heel girl. I love my heels, not that high, like this high, but whatever. I like heels. I'm still old-fashioned like that, but I don't wear heels in Vegas, and if I do, they're really low because you are seriously going to be walking like miles. The place is massive. I also recommend using Uber. They have Uber right from the airport. It's very easy to follow. You just have to ask around a little bit. Easier to get on the way back, but you can find Uber, and it's so cheap and so much better than trying to wait for those damn shuttles. It costs me like $7 to go from the airport to my hotel, the Venetian. So that was $7 in an Uber. If you haven't Ubered or used Lyft, Lyft apps, you need to do that. And if you need, I can give you a free link for like $20 off. I think it's like $20 off your first ride or something. I think Uber and Lyft still do that, so just message me. But that is such a blessing because, you know, you get to Vegas, you want to go, you want to woohoo, you want to go party, but yet you're waiting for a shuttle and you're trying to get, it's just silly. So it's like having your own personal car for $7 each way. So just ask the people where the car ride sharing is, and you'll follow the directions. In the airport, you do have to go outside of the airport on level 2 and then to the parking garage where there's another elevator. It takes you up. So it's a little bit of a maze, but it's not impossible to find or anything, and it certainly isn't it's not as much work as, you know, finding the shuttle, waiting for the shuttle, waiting for everyone to get dropped off at each hotel. It's way better. So do that for sure. All right, I'm Shelby. You're fabulous. I hope these tips help. I'll have some tips for Club Med and Punta Cana probably by the time I get to Utah. Okay? Bye-bye.